From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good morning and happy Black Friday. I'm First Alert Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth. Right now you're taking a live look at the Columbia River. This view coming courtesy of the Legends Casino and Hotel. So far we haven't seen any fog in the Tri-Cities. No fog has developed in the lower Columbia Basin yet, but we are seeing some patches of that in the Blue Foothills. Looks like we're starting to get some reductions in visibility in the Yakima Valley. So in those locations, take it slow and use the low beams. Now the National Weather Service in Pendleton has only gone with the freezing fog advisory this morning for the Blue Foothills of Walla Walla and Umatilla counties. This runs until lunchtime. So again, just another good reason to take it slow on the roadways, as there could be that thin layer of ice on the road. Right now temperatures are right around freezing in the Yakima Valley. The same thing for the lower Columbia Basin, below freezing in the Blue Foothills. So pretty much all of us need to bundle up for this morning and probably have to break out the ice scraper. Here's the bottom line for the forecast. We're expecting morning valley, basin, and foothill fog through Wednesday at least. Dry and chilly through Wednesday. Maybe our pattern flips a little bit by the end of next week. I'll tell you what that could be all about coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Right now on Good Morning Northwest, we're looking at all of the stats heading into the start of the shopping season. How much money will be spent? The estimate coming up. And while it may be Black Friday today, there's a reminder to shop local if you can. We're looking ahead to Plaid Friday and Small Business Saturday. And the 21st annual Turkey Trot came back to Kennewick. We hear from a winner who's been participating for a number of years.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
As for Good Morning Northwest, I'm Riley Fitzgerald. Jessica will be back on Monday. Downtown Kennewick is prepping its local businesses with its third annual Plaid Friday event. The original idea came about 7 years ago from a community in California. Plaid Friday is a response to Black Friday for those who aren't looking for big box store names, but rather looking for a calmer shopping experience where you can keep the money local. Although wearing plaid isn't mandatory to participate in this event, it comes with a shopping perk.
A lot of our downtown businesses encourage you to wear plaid, shop local this Friday after Thanksgiving. And for those wearing plaid, some of our businesses are offering doorbusters, deals, and discounts.
Stores will be open for regular business hours in downtown Kennewick, but check your local businesses where you are for their store hours. And if you can't make it out to Plaid Friday and are still looking to support local this holiday season, there's another opportunity, Small Business Saturday. For 15 years, the downtown Kennewick area has participated in Small Business Saturday. The historic Downtown Kennewick Association says this event is the Super Bowl for small businesses. It also helps you either continue your holiday season or kick it off.
So many great memories to be made, getting together with your friends and loved ones, walking around a beautiful downtown, popping into stores you love and maybe new stores, because we do have some new stores that have opened, or maybe they're new to you and your friends and family. So if you want to get out, walk around, enjoy a beautiful day in downtown.
For every $15 spent, shoppers will receive a ticket entry into a raffle. There you will have the chance to win one of the 4 to 5 grand prizes ranging up to $1,000 in value. This is happening in That's a Ticket participating stores. Black Friday is one of the biggest days of the year for retailers. The day after Thanksgiving has traditionally been the unofficial kickoff to the holiday shopping season, but it's not like it used to be. Many holiday deals now start as early as Halloween. Still, the National Retail Federation says a record 183 million people are planning to shop in-store and online between Thanksgiving and Cyber Monday this year. And Black Friday is expected to be the most popular day to shop. Despite the convenience and ease of online shopping, about 2/3 of Black Friday shoppers surveyed plan to shop in stores today. This year, spending money is expected to hit a record of nearly $1 trillion. There's one thing shoppers are adding to their carts this Black Friday, and that's more debt. Recent surveys show nearly half of all holiday shoppers have paid off debt they racked up on last year's holiday purchases. And one survey showed a third of holiday shoppers are at least $5,000 in debt. But while those numbers are alarming, they're not slowing spending this year. More than half of holiday shoppers say they plan to use cards to buy gifts. If you want to keep your spending in check, there are several things you can do. Experts say you should wait 24 hours to purchase after you add a gift to your cart. That'll give you more time to think about it. And since social media is shown to drive holiday spending, taking a break could help. You can also make it less easy to buy by deleting your saved cards. Also, try setting a budget before you do any shopping. Thousands of community members from across the area took part in the 21st annual Turkey Trot in Kennewick. Trotters had the option of running either a 1-mile run or a 5K run sponsored by Giza Credit Union. The run benefits the American Red Cross and its Home Fire campaign. Red Cross Executive Director Michelle Roth says the Home Fire campaign is a way to help people who have experienced a house fire. She says all the money raised in the Run for the Red Turkey Trot goes directly to those people.
With immediate needs, it's going to be some, food, some financial assistance, referrals to get to support that they need, and just help them on the first steps to rebuilding.
Roth says the goal is to raise $100,000. At the beginning of the race, she estimated they raised more than $85,000 before runners even made it to the start line. Roth says more than 2,100 people registered for the event, but there were actually close to 3,000 people running. One of those runners is Keanu Dowse. He took part in his 7th Turkey Trot and won it for the 4th time.
It's awesome. There's so many people here, especially to see all the local high school athletes, some of the coaches, parents get involved. So this is probably one of my favorite events, just to get the year started.
He says the community support shows just how much they care. They come out every year and support a great cause. He says there's no medal for winning, but as far as he's concerned, the whole community is the real winner. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, a chance of seeing the northern lights in the Pacific Northwest this holiday season. I'll tell you about that coming up. And Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth will have your first alert weather forecast. Good Morning Northwest. We'll be back in just a moment.
It's Mattress Depot USA's November sales event.
Meaning no money down and no interest for up to 3 years on our best-selling mattresses.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Smoke City for Less is your one-stop shop in Kennewick, Richland, West Richland, Pasco, and Hermiston. It's time to start thinking of gifts for your friends and family. Smoke City for Less has all kinds of great ideas, like favorite character bags, trays, accessories, candles, and incense. And if your loved one is hard to shop for, get them a gift card so they can get what they want. Lowest prices and the largest selection of vape mods and the best batteries, tobacco products, kratom, and specialty products too. Check them out this season. Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
And Doug.
Whoa, we moved. We're in a parade. Everyone, customize and save hundreds on car insurance with Liberty Mutual. Customize and save.
And then I wake up.
And you have the stream every night?
Yeah, every night.
I see.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Come discover our hand-picked collections at D-Lynn's Boutique. Whether you're shopping for a cozy weekend getaway or a special night out, D-Lynn's Boutique has everything you need to shine this winter. Visit us in-store or online and let us help you wrap the season in style.
Sometimes life is a funny way of turning sideways, like when your kid decides they're a professional stylist the morning of picture day,
There we go.
or when your to-do list isn't quite done.
You went to Rite Aid, right?
Or when you're sure you packed everything you need, but you actually need one more thing.
We forgot our prescriptions.
We
got you. Are we happy?
We are happy. Find everything you need?
Yep. Yeah, life never really goes the way you plan, but that's why we're here. It means more at Rite Aid.
Let a Mattress Depot USA sleep specialist put you on the mattress that matches your sleeping habits.
Stop by today. You'll sleep better tonight.
Low Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Gather your family for CMA Country Christmas. We have a sleigh load of stars performing the season's most festive songs.
Merry Christmas!
CMA Country Christmas, Tuesday on ABC.
From our family to yours, happy holidays.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. All right, we're just going to show you one pass this morning because this is the only one that's really being impacted by any snow. And it's not even being impacted by new snow, just snow that was already on the ground. That would be Oregon 204 at Tollgate or at Spout Springs, whatever you want to call it. Packed snow on the roadways. You do have to carry chains, but in terms of tough pass travel, that's about it for our region. Now on to temperatures, as we're right around freezing, if not below freezing, for pretty much all of Kittitas County. So this is where you would have to break out the ice scraper. The same thing in the Yakima Valley, where we're hovering right around 30 degrees. Pretty cold stuff there. Then in the lower Columbia Basin, the Tri-Cities is technically above freezing, 34 degrees, but remember that freezing threshold is 32, so we're very close to it. Below freezing for the Hanford site and for Mesa and for Connell as well. Then in the Blue Foothills, all of us within a degree of 30 degrees, even colder than that in the higher terrain of the Blue Mountains with 20s and 30s. So a very cold start this morning. You'll need to bundle up as you're headed out the front door. By 8 this morning, still dealing with fog in the Yakima Valley, the lower Columbia Basin, also in the Blue Foothills. By lunchtime, kind of the same thing, but then into the afternoon, maybe we'll start to see some clearing and a few breaks of sunshine, but not that much. In general, today's going to be cold. We'll have highs around 40 degrees, about 5 degrees below average for this time of the year. I'll show you if we have any sort of switch up to our pattern over the next 7 days, and that's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. The northern lights could bring some added excitement today. An incoming solar storm is expected to make the colorful auroras visible today. That's according to NOAA. They will also most likely be seen in parts from the northern U.S. from New York to Idaho. Experts say the northern lights may be brief and faint, and your ability to see them will depend on the intensity of the solar storm. Of course, weather conditions like clouds will also impact visibility. The 2024 Atlantic hurricane season is coming to an end this weekend. This year, the Atlantic Ocean Basin saw 18 named storms. 11 were hurricanes, and only 5 intensified to major hurricanes. In July, Hurricane Beryl was the earliest Atlantic Category 5 hurricane on record. Beryl was followed by Hurricane Helene that made landfall as a Category 5 storm on the Florida Gulf Coast in September. Then Hurricane Milton followed nearly 2 weeks later in October. Milton made landfall as a Category 3 near Siesta Key, Florida, and produced 26 tornadoes. The Atlantic hurricane season officially ends on Saturday. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration said the 2024 Atlantic seasonal activity finished within the predicted ranges for named storms and hurricanes. On average, a season produces 14 named storms, 7 hurricanes, and 3 major hurricanes. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, player safety is becoming a growing concern in football from high school to the professional level. We're talking about concussions in just a few.
You know you want a burger, so make it my Smash Jack. Rated the best burger in fast food. It's even got more beef than a Big Mac. Chin up, Ronald. Maybe you'll get a participation trophy. My Smash Jack, now on sourdough. Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Owning a food truck was my dream, but my back and leg pain made every day a struggle. Then my personalized arch support system from the Good Feet store got me back in the picture.
Clinically proven to provide significant pain relief in only 4 weeks.
I'm back to being the best version of myself.
Get back in the picture. The Good Feet store. Book your free fitting at goodfeet.com.
Deck the halls with pies so jolly. This holiday season,
Pie Sharks has the perfect sweet and savory mini pies to bring cheer to your table. We have lots of flavors to choose from, and right now our pies are bursting with festive flavors. Grab a dozen, share a smile, and make the holidays deliciously unique. Delivery and pickup orders available, or visit us at 110 South 4th Avenue in Pasco, where every pie is a little holiday surprise. Pie Sharks, take a bite.
You wouldn't buy a car without a test drive.
So why buy a mattress in a box from an online marketing company without ever knowing if it's right for you?
Don't go through the hassle of returning a mattress when you can get it right the first time.
Mattress Depot USA has top quality mattresses that you can actually touch and feel.
Made by local manufacturers.
You're gonna love our prices.
And same-day delivery. Try getting that online.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
The White Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
New Alka-Seltzer Plus Cold or Flu Fizzy Chews. Chew, fizz. Feel better fast. No water needed. New Alka-Seltzer Plus Fizzy Chews.
You're craving tacos. Not just tacos, birria tacos. Actually, birria tiny tacos. Sauced and loaded and served with my new birria-flavored buttermilk ranch. You won't find all this at that other taco joint. Welcome to Jack in the Box.
The Kraken welcomes San Jose to the deep. Noon today on MeTV. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. You can see the cloud layer starting to lower in Pasco. This view coming courtesy of the Dust Devils. So if this starts to get even a little bit lower, this could turn into some fog within the Tri-Cities. We'll continue to keep tabs on that. But in terms of visibility for this morning, you can see it's tough in portions of the foothills. It's tough in portions of the Yakima Valley, but so far so good in the lower Columbia Basin. But again, we'll continue to track that very closely. And where fog does develop, it could come in the form of some freezing fog. As we're below freezing in the Blue Foothills, we're right at freezing for most of the lower Columbia Basin. We're also right at freezing for most of the Yakima and Kittitas valleys. So a little bit later today, we'll continue to be about 5 degrees below average for this time of the year. A lot of us are going to struggle to even make it to 40 degrees. And where the fog does develop, in most spots, it should dissipate by the late morning. But in some areas, and we saw this yesterday, in some areas, those skies could stay overcast for most of the day, and the fog could stay put for a lot of the day. And then for tonight, overnight lows drop back down into the 20s. So pretty much all the area is going to have to protect the outdoor pets, the plants, and the plumbing. And we are expecting fog to return once again to the Blue Foothills, to the lower Columbia Basin, and into the Yakima Valley at the very least. Over the next 7 days, we'll continue to keep it about 5 to 10 degrees below average for this time of the year. What does that mean? That means we're going to struggle to make it to 40 degrees pretty consistently in the Tri-Cities. Also, we'll keep it pretty dry, but early indications are that our pattern could flip by the middle to late portions of next week. For now, it looks like Thursday would be that day. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Foggy mornings through Wednesday at least. Otherwise, it'll be a dry and cold forecast. Then in Yakima, our next tangible chance of rain holds off until next Thursday. Cold, dry, and foggy until then. Then in Ellensburg, highs near 40 with partly to mostly cloudy skies through Wednesday. Maybe some rain in the forecast by Thursday. Then for Hermiston, morning fog through Wednesday at least, dry and cold on top of that. And then in Walla Walla, also dealing with mornings of freezing fog through Wednesday morning at least, but maybe a pattern shift by Thursday.
Now to a health alert. Turkey and football are two of Thanksgiving's biggest traditions, but as teams across America take the field this holiday weekend, the sport is tackling growing concerns about player safety with a big focus on concussions. Miami Dolphins quarterback Tua Tagovailoa has become one of the faces for the worry. He suffered the third diagnosed concussion of his NFL career earlier this year, but has returned to the field. At the collegiate level, 2 quarterbacks have retired this season, citing concerns about concussions. All of this is happening as the sport is trying to figure out how to make the game safer from Pop Warner to the pros.
Football practice at Lanier High School in Georgia looks a little different this year.
You've seen it in colleges and in the pros, and I think nowadays we're always looking for different ways to help protect our kids.
Enter padded covers like the Guardian Cap, which slips over a player's helmet with the goal of adding an extra layer of protection.
So apparently I'm blowing up in the news right now.
The NFL has embraced the technology amid calls to improve safety. This season, for the first time, players are allowed to wear the caps during regular season games. The league began requiring them in 2022 for most players during certain practices.
We saw a decrease in concussions of about 50% from the affected position groups.
The NFL has not released the data behind its claims. Guardian Sports, which makes the Guardian Cap, points to its own testing, as well as years of use by college and professional players as proof the padded coverings reduce injuries, but with one caveat.
We don't like to use concussion as a metric of what the Guardian Cap does or doesn't do. What we know that the Guardian Cap does is it reduces those non-concussive blows.
Several groups of independent researchers recently tested Guardian Caps in the lab and on the field, and the results have been mixed. Some studies found small benefits in reducing impacts to the head and brain, but others showed no positive difference between players wearing caps and those who don't.
There's no helmet right now. There's no helmet add-on that can eliminate concussion risk. And more work needs to be done on those repeated subconcussive blows or the lower velocity impacts that our younger athletes are exposed to.
And that's important because mounting scientific evidence shows repeated hits to the head, even if they don't cause concussions, can have lasting impacts on the brain, like chronic traumatic encephalopathy, or CTE, a progressive degenerative brain disease.
The mystery of CT is starting to disappear in football. We're figuring out why people are getting it. And it's essentially a math problem. It's the number of hits and the strength of the hits that someone takes over their lifetime. So the best analogy is probably smoking and lung cancer. The more cigarettes, the longer you do it, the greater your risk.
Concerns that are having an impact on the sport, as leagues and teams change rules and try new technologies in attempts to make the game safer.
My mom, she loves it. She even seen them. She's been talking about extra protection and safety since I was little.
Football's changed a lot in the last 10, 15 years and how you practice and what happens because of all the safety concerns.
I'm Michael Yoshida reporting.
To learn more about this, head to applevalleyNewsNow.com for resources and links to information from experts. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, Moana 2 set to be the biggest pre-Thanksgiving preview ever, and the movie is now open and in theaters. We take a look right after this.
During the 4-day Black Friday Super Sale at Furniture Row, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend and watch the savings add up. Plus, get 60 months, no interest. The 4-day Black Friday Super Sale, on now at Furniture Row.
The Pacific Clinic is a health, sports, and medical campus in Kennewick now accepting new patients for primary care. We offer patient-specific solutions for physical, mental, and emotional health concerns. You'll receive quality one-on-one time with our medical professionals and experienced support team. Begin your new health plan with today's best technologies and facilities for the whole family. Play hard, live well at the PC. Call us at 509-783-5465 today.
This Black Friday, why just shop when you can play? At Dickerson's Tri-City Pianos, we're dropping the beat and the prices on Yamaha pianos. Whether you're a seasoned maestro or just learning your scales, we've got the perfect piano for you. From show-stopping grands to space-saving uprights, and even digital models packed with features. Come on down to Dickerson's Tri-City Pianos in the Richland Uptown Mall or in the Columbia Center Mall. Hurry, sale ends Friday. Dickerson's. Life's more fun when you know how to play.
In a world where every customer wins, only one event will completely change the vehicle shopping experience for Eastern Washington. The competition is fierce, but the rewards are all yours. Because when we push the limits, you drive away with more. This is an all-out battle for sales supremacy as all McCurley locations compete to provide you with the best deal, the best experience, the vehicle you've been waiting for. Will you find your way home? Hurry in today and save big before the countdown ends.
Get special 0% financing on a new Chevrolet during the final year-end countdown from McCurley Chevrolet.
It's the 4-day Black Friday super sale at Denver Mattress. Right now, save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Take $100 off our Doctor's Choice lineup, any size, any model. Plus, get 60 months, no interest, and free shipping. The 4-day Black Friday super sale, only at Denver Mattress.
The Kraken welcomes San Jose to the Deep. Noon today on MeTV.
Welcome back. If you head to the theater today to see the big new animated sequel, well, a lot of people beat you to it.
Here's David Daniel with a Hollywood Minute.
Bring our people together again.
I know what I have to do.
Moana 2 is bringing audiences together. Tuesday preview screenings before the film even officially opened on Wednesday brought in an estimated $13.8 million. That's the biggest pre-Thanksgiving preview ever.
Well, it all came up.
Ringo Starr knows a thing or two about the music business, but how about the movie business? Director Sam Mendes is planning a quartet of Beatles biopics, and while no stars have been announced, the drummer seems to know who'll play him. Saltburn star Barry Keoghan. Starr told Entertainment Tonight, "I think it's great. I believe he's somewhere taking drum lessons." No confirmation yet from Keoghan or Sony, the film's studio.
I remember the feeling of the wave passing on my face. It's like immense force.
And then once I resurfaced, I screamed out for Mum and Dad and just heard nothing.
The 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami, triggered by a massive earthquake, killed nearly 250,000 people, one of the deadliest natural disasters in recorded history. 20 years later, the documentary series Tsunami: Race Against Time features never-before-seen footage and never-before-told stories, detailing both tragedy and heroism. Tsunami: Race Against Time is now streaming on Nat Geo, Disney Plus, and Hulu. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
So I haven't been getting out to many theaters lately. Talking about Moana 2, I saw the first one in, I think I saw it in theaters.
2016.
2016. Yep. And now we're finally getting the second one.
Yeah, we were just talking about this off camera, but it's taken too long for these sequels to come out. I think Disney's doing that for nostalgia purposes, but I would have cared a lot more about this in like 2019 or 2020. That's all I'm saying.
Up next on Good Morning Northwest at 5:30, Pasco police are investigating possible criminal activity at a local towing company. What we know so far. Plus, a lot of people have the day off today for the holiday, but for the people who are clocking in, we hear what's getting people through the day during these holiday shifts. We'll be right back with the next half hour right after this.
In today's Tech Bites, Black Friday deals. Up first, Apple's entry-level iPad is hitting its lowest price ever. The 10th generation tablet, now just $250 on Amazon, features a 10.9-inch display and an improved FaceTime camera, perfect for streaming and video calls. Next, Samsung's Galaxy Z Fold 6 is up to 80% off. Trade-in deals make it possible to drop the $1,900 price tag all the way to just $400. The phone boasts a 7.6-inch foldable display and a powerful Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 chip. And finally, the Sonos Beam Gen 2 soundbar is at a record low, now just $370 on Amazon. It delivers Dolby Atmos sound in a sleek, space-saving design. The Beam Gen 2 also supports voice control through Amazon Alexa or Google Assistant. Those are your Tech Bites. I'm Andrea Fujii. Have a great day.
And I'm not exactly street legal.
And if you don't have the right auto coverage, this could really blow your budget. So get Allstate, save money, and be protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me.
Oh, Mrs. Garcia. You're a school counselor and new homeowner and grad student. You're an ANDER. National University supports the whole you, so you can focus on what matters most. National University, supporting the whole you.
Guys, it's time to stop treating your groins like junk. Presenting the Intimate Pubic Hair Trimmer from Gillette.
It's not junk, so treat it right with a gentle and easy shave from America's #1 trusted men's grooming brand. Respect your pubic region with Gillette Intimate.
Gillette Movember.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
And I'm Josh Colbert.
All right, so yesterday was Thanksgiving. Beautiful, foggy kind of day.
It's pretty gloomy.
Yes.
But I guess beauty's in the eye of the beholder. So yeah, if you think of like typical Pacific Northwest, fall weather, cold, gloomy, sure. I guess in that way it was beautiful.
So what do we have for today and then heading into our weekend?
More of the same thing, unfortunately. See, I miss the sunshine personally, but anyway, we'll go ahead and talk about the fog that's already on the map for this morning. We're seeing some in Pendleton. We were seeing some in Walla Walla. We're also tracking a little bit of the same thing in the lower valley, the Yakima Valley. So again, it's just something that we're going to be tracking throughout the rest of this morning. But in those areas, you see actually the National Weather Service in Pendleton has trimmed back this freezing fog advisory. Now, it was originally in place for Walla Walla and Umatilla counties, now just for Umatilla County. This runs until 12 p.m. So right at lunchtime. So in those areas, of course, take it slow on the roadways, not just because of reductions in visibility, but also there could be a thin coating of ice on the roadway, given that these temperatures are below freezing. We're just shy of 30 degrees in the Blue Foothills. We're right around freezing in the lower Columbia Basin, and we're right around freezing in the Yakima and Kittitas valleys. Here's your coatcast for today for the Tri-Cities. It's going to be heavy jacket weather all throughout the day as, well, I think subjectively and maybe objectively it's going to be cold out there. We'll be about 5 degrees below average for this time of the year. The fog, where it does develop, could linger into the late afternoon, but I'll have more to say about that with that zone-by-zone forecast for this Black Friday, and that's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. The Pasco Police Department is asking for people to come forward who have done business with Classic Towing, a company based in Pasco on West Sylvester Street. Check out this exclusive video. Pasco police investigators raided the property on November 19th. During their investigation, 2 dogs were removed from the property and taken away by animal control. They also locked up the property, not allowing the owners access. According to Pasco Police, Classic Towing and its owner and operator are under investigation for what they say is possible criminal activity. It's not the first time the owner has been investigated. In 2023, the owner was accused of criminal acts as well. The Pasco Police Department is asking people who need a tow service to consider several things before selecting one. The business shall remain open with people present at business during required hours. The business shall maintain personnel 24 hours a day to release impounded vehicles. No vehicles may be towed from a non-residential private property unless a sign is posted. If you have done business with Classic Towing, the Pasco Police Department is asking you to contact Detective Taylor at the email on your screen. To learn more, go to applevalleynewsnow.com. Food pantries and food banks make a big difference in our communities, but they desperately need our help. 85% of food banks say they're seeing similar or higher demand for food assistance compared to last year. Natasha Chen reports this couldn't have come at a worse time, given that food banks say pantry donations are down.
You have a happy Thanksgiving.
This is not video from the pandemic. This is a line this week of people waiting to receive food at a church in time for Thanksgiving.
I have to do it. And that's the way it goes.
Chris Merrill has been coming to this Pasadena, California church every week for several years.
Well, my wife won't even come because she'd be embarrassed.
He's a retired mechanic living on less than $700 Social Security per month. He never thought he'd need help from a food bank, and he's not alone.
Never seen a line that long before. This time it was all the way up and down the street.
The lines are getting crazier.
We first met Anna Duran 2 years ago when her home in Riverside, California, saw inflation at almost 10%, even though inflation has cooled now to about 2%.
Where I have to get up at least, like I said, before 6 to be there by 6.
Duran still goes to weekly food distributions. 2 years ago, she told us she was turning in recycling and selling jewelry for extra cash while working as a part-time caregiver. She's continued to do that, selling what little jewelry she has left.
I only have like 2 or 3 more pieces that I have for as a backup resource.
The Los Angeles Regional Food Bank says they're tracking about 10% ahead in the amount of food distributed compared to last year. They're serving 900,000 people a month right now, near pandemic levels.
We can't turn nobody away.
In New York City,
Some days you don't know where your next meal is coming from.
City Harvest says visits to city food pantries and soup kitchens are at the highest level on record, even higher than the pandemic's peak. In Chicago, Common Pantry says they're serving 26% more households per month than last year. Across the country, 85% of food banks in a Feeding America survey reported similar or higher demand for food assistance, comparing this August with last August. Why do you think that is when inflation has actually cooled quite a bit?
I think what we're seeing here in Los Angeles is the cumulative impact of inflation. Food prices are about 25% higher than they were pre-pandemic. Now the unemployment rate has come down. We would expect the demand for food assistance to decrease, but that's not what has happened.
This comes as donations to food banks are also dropping. Anna Duran says something has got to change, which is why she cast a ballot for Trump, the first Republican she's ever voted for in her life.
When it came down to, voting, I changed who I was, and I changed hoping for the better.
Yeah. But Trump is exactly what Merrill is worried about.
I am definitely worried it's going to get worse with the tariff that Trump's putting on. Say hi, everybody.
He thinks prices will jump and more people will find themselves going to food banks. But the fact that the food banks even exist makes him feel grateful.
This is a beautiful country that we live in. Say happy Thanksgiving and Merry Christmas.
Natasha Chen, CNN, Los Angeles.
According to Feeding America, nearly 47 million people in the U.S. are food insecure. While many people are off work for the holiday today, many others in our community are still clocking in. A coffee shop in the Tri-Cities is making sure people can still enjoy their cup of coffee during the holidays. One barista tells us what keeps her moving during her holiday shift is the same thing that keeps their customers going through their day, caffeine. But she isn't just powered by caffeine.
Seeing everyone's smiling face, hearing everyone's stories that they have so far. I love the Thanksgiving stories. They're so funny.
She says helping people start their day off right also keeps her motivated on days when coming into work might be challenging. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, all the latest on Black Friday deals and what most people are looking for this year when to start out the shopping season.
From our family to yours, happy holidays.
At J-Day Boba and Cafe, every sip is a smile. With boba teas to freshly brewed coffee, we've got options for everyone. Grab a drink and Vietnamese food and enjoy. Order today. J-Day Boba and Cafe in Kennewick. Open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m.
It's been called the after-dinner dip, a food coma. No matter how you treat postprandial somnolence, you're ready for a serious sleep upgrade. During the 4-day Black Friday super sale at Denver Mattress. That's 4 days where the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Take up to $500 off select Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets and score a $300 gift. Plus, get 60 months no interest financing and free shipping. The 4-day Black Friday super sale only at Denver Mattress.
These are real people seeking solutions to real pain.
I have plantar fasciitis.
My feet, my knees, hips, and back.
And then they were fit with Good Feet arch supports. Clinically proven. Significant pain relief in only 4 weeks.
I'm not feeling any pain. My heel, that's where I always feel it.
Pressure off your knees?
Yeah, actually. I didn't notice any pain in my back. I feel like I could walk all day in these.
Take back the life you love and book your personalized arch support fitting today.
Step into the Prosser House, where great food meets comfortable atmosphere. We invite you to relax in our cozy space. From classic dishes to chef-inspired creations, and now we're raising the bar, literally. With our newly renovated bar, we're serving up crafted cocktails, your favorite local brews, and award-winning wines. Plus, we're proud to announce that the Prosser House is your restaurant showdown champion. Special night out or just a break from cooking, experience the award-winning difference at the Prosser House.
And Doug.
Whoa, Limu, we're in a parade. Everyone, customize and save hundreds on car insurance with Liberty Mutual. Customize and save!
and then I wake up.
And you have the stream every night?
Yeah, every night.
I see.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
At J-Day Boba and Cafe, every sip is a smile. With boba teas to freshly brewed coffee. We've got options for everyone. Grab a drink and Vietnamese food and enjoy. Order today. J-Day Boba and Cafe in Kennewick. Open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Wait, what? This morning on Black Friday, GMA will reveal live to you the best deals out there, the biggest savings in real time, the coolest stuff you've just been waiting to buy.
And we cannot wait.
It's happening live for you this morning on GMA's Black Friday Spectacular. You're welcome, America.
Get into the holiday spirit
with a little Disney magic.
The season shines brighter than ever with performances by Elton John, 17, John Legend, and more. The Wonderful World of Disney Holiday Spectacular, Sunday on ABC.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Okay, let's take you on a tour of today's forecast. Starting off in Kittitas County, these highs are going to be up around 40 degrees, if not a little bit colder than that. And I'm not thinking that the fog will be too big of a deal in the Kittitas Valley or up in the Cascades, although there is some pretty big fog up in the Cascades for this morning. But later in the day, I'm thinking the skies they'll range from partly to mostly cloudy. Then in the Yakima Valley, so far so good in regards to the fog, but just know that it could develop a little bit later this morning. It could stick around until the late morning at the very least. Other than that, it is going to be a cold day as we'll have a hard time making it out of the mid to upper 30s. Winds will be light overall. And then in the lower Columbia Basin, kind of the same pattern. We're maybe expecting some fog to develop a little bit later this morning. Could stick around until the late morning to early afternoon. These high temperatures will have a hard time making it to 40 degrees. A little bit warmer in the foothills of the Blue Mountains as we'll have upper 30s to mid 40s. A little bit colder up in the higher terrain of the Blue Mountains, but where we're seeing the thickest fog this morning is in the Blue Foothills, specifically in the Pendleton area. Okay, now let's show you your travel forecast over the next few days. If you plan on going to Seattle for the holiday weekend, temperature is going to be in the mid 40s. Looks like it's going to be mostly dry. And then in the Portland area, mid to upper 40s, also dry, contending with some fog over the next couple of mornings. And then we'll take it up to Spokane. These highs are also going to struggle to make it out of the 30s. Overnight lows down into the mid 20s. Looks like it's going to be pretty dry with some fog mixed in. And I'll show you when we're maybe expecting our pattern to flip and become a little bit more active. And that's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Black Friday sales have already begun, especially on some electronics. If you've been dreaming of a new TV for yourself or to give it to someone else, now is the time to look for deals. In this special consumer report, how you can get the best TV for the best price this holiday shopping season.
Consumer Reports tracks the prices of thousands of products throughout the year. Black Friday and Cyber Monday are the best times to score the lowest prices on TVs, but you have to be a savvy shopper to cash in.
The really big news for Black Friday this year is that we're seeing extra large TVs with screens 98 and even 100 inches at shockingly low prices, starting about $1,600.
To help you compare prices early and often, consider price tracking apps like BuyVia, Shopkick, and ShopSavvy, which let you scan barcodes or QR codes to compare prices, get discounts, and score coupons. Browser extensions Camel, Keepa, and Honey are tools that give you price histories, price alerts, and coupons when you shop online.
You can also follow your favorite brands and retailers on social media platforms like Facebook and Instagram to get deal alerts and discounts. And some retailers offer their members special prices or early access to deals.
When you're shopping for a TV, there are some too good to be true deals that you may want to avoid. Those rock-bottom, doorbuster models from lesser-known brands with prices that draw you in but may not be worth the money.
Keep in mind, you'll be watching that new TV for years. If you're unhappy with the features or the picture quality, you may really regret not spending a little bit more money to get something better.
OLED TVs, known for their impressive picture quality, generally dominate CR's ratings, and many of them are now at their lowest prices of the year.
While it can be tempting to get a very inexpensive TV from a lesser-known brand, major brands tend to do better in our ratings and have higher reliability scores.
This is Marcy Whalen.
Consumer Reports says it's a good idea to check a retailer's price match and return policies beforehand, since some stores suspend price matching on certain items during Black Friday and may charge a restocking fee for returns. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, the morning sprint is on the way with everything you need to know before you head out the door this morning.
During the 4-day Black Friday super sale at Furniture Row, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend and watch the savings add up. Plus, get 60 months, no interest. The 4-day Black Friday super sale, on now at Furniture Row.
There is a place where magic seems to hide around every corner, where cherished memories are born in twinkling snowflakes, where enchanting adventures await all who explore. Where is this real-life winter wonderland? Nestled by the lake is Coeur d'Alene's Holiday Light Show. Be the first to see our all-new grand floating Christmas tree, with holiday getaways starting at only $246.
New Alka-Seltzer Plus Cold or Flu Fizzy Chews. Chew, fizz, feel better fast. No water needed. New Alka-Seltzer Plus Fizzy Chews.
It's Black Friday at More Furniture. We've rolled back pricing in every department just in time for the holidays. And with brand new stock arriving daily, you'll find exactly what you need in stock, on sale, and ready for immediate delivery to your home. Hurry into your local More Furniture today for the best selection. On Black Friday, our showrooms will be open at 9 a.m. and close at 9 p.m. A full 12 hours to shop Black Friday specials. Preview all Black Friday specials online at morefurniture.com.
Are you ready to step up and save lives? Umatilla County Fire District No. 1 is calling on firefighters, EMTs, and paramedics to join our team. Experience the thrill of the front lines, excellent pay and benefits, and great opportunities for advancement. With every emergency, you'll make a difference and become a hero in the community. Don't just work a job, embrace a mission. Umatilla County Fire District No. 1. Apply now at ucfd1.org and join our team. We're looking for heroes like you.
Many of us may be at risk for pre-diabetes, but making healthy eating choices can help prevent it. Discover how at applevalleyNewsNow.com.
Diabetes Awareness Month, sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care.
It's the 4-day Black Friday super sale at Denver Mattress.
Right now, save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Take $100 off our Doctor's Choice lineup, any size, any model. Plus, get 60 months, no interest, and free shipping.
The 4-day Black Friday super sale, only at Denver Mattress.
Kraken, Sharks, noon today on MeTV. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
West, right now you're taking a live look at Kennewick. This view coming courtesy of Yakima Federal. Not seeing any fog here for this morning so far, but we are tracking some thick fog in the Pendleton area. We'll see if this starts to spread to the north to Walla Walla, if it starts to impact the lower Columbia Basin or the Yakima Valley, but so far that has not panned out, which is certainly a very good thing. And in Pendleton, that would be freezing fog, as those temperatures are below freezing for this morning. We're right around freezing in the lower Columbia Basin, also right around freezing, if not a little bit below freezing for the Kittitas and Yakima Valley. So I'm thinking a lot of us are going to have to break out the ice scraper this morning, and pretty much all of us are going to have to bundle up as you're headed out the front door. A little bit later today, the fog that does develop should mostly dissipate by the late morning, although some select areas could see it lasting deeper into the afternoon. Highs are going to be cold for today. Will be about 5 degrees below average for this time of the year, so a lot of the area is going to struggle to warm up to 40 degrees. And then for tonight, temperatures go into free fall mode once again, down into the 20s, and we should see the return of some more fog in the Blue Foothills, in the lower Columbia Basin, and also in the Yakima Valley. And once again, that could be some more freezing fog. High temperatures will continue to be about 5 to 10 degrees below average for the next 7 days. So that means we'll consistently struggle to reach 40 degrees in the Tri-Cities. So it's going to be a cold forecast. Also, it's going to be a relatively dry forecast, although it does look like our pattern could flip and we could turn a little bit more active by the later portions of next week. Definitely something we'll be tracking. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Foggy mornings through Wednesday at least, but otherwise it'll be a dry and cold forecast. In Yakima, our next tangible chance of rain holds off until Thursday. Cold, dry, and foggy until then. In Ellensburg, highs near 40 with partly to mostly cloudy skies through Wednesday. Maybe some rain in the forecast by Thursday. In Hermiston, morning fog morning fog through Wednesday at least, but dry and cold on top of that. And then for Walla Walla, also dealing with mornings of freezing fog through Wednesday morning, maybe a pattern shift by Thursday.
Now, the morning sprint.
The time right now is 5:49. It's time to get to your morning sprint this 5 a.m. hour. First up, here's the top 5 local things that you need to know this morning. Downtown Kennewick is prepping its local businesses with its 3rd annual Plaid Friday event. The original idea came about 7 years ago from a community in California. Plaid Friday is a response to Black Friday for those who aren't looking for big box store names, but rather looking for a calmer shopping experience where you can keep the money local. Although wearing plaid isn't mandatory to participate in the event, it could come with doorbuster deals and discounts. If you can't make it out to Plaid Friday and are still looking to support local this holiday season, there's another opportunity, Small Business Saturday. For 15 years, the downtown Kennewick area has participated in Small Business Saturday. The historic Downtown Kennewick Association says this event is the Super Bowl for small businesses. It also helps you either continue your holiday season or kick it off. Thousands of community members from across the area took part in the 21st annual Turkey Trot in Kennewick. Trotters had the option of either a 1-mile run or a 5K run, sponsored by Giza Credit Union. The run benefits the American Red Cross and its Home Fire campaign. The goal is to raise $100,000. At the beginning of the race, officials estimated they raised more than $85,000 before runners even made it to the start line. More than 2,100 people registered for the event, but there were actually closer to 3,000 people running. The Pasco Police Department is asking for people to come forward who have done business with Classic Towing, a company based in Pasco on West Sylvester Street. Pasco police investigators raided the property on November 19th. During their investigation, 2 dogs were removed from the property and taken away by animal control. They also locked up the property, not allowing the owners access. According to Pasco Police, Classic Towing and its owner and operator are under investigation for what they say is possible criminal activity. In your national headlines this morning, millions flew the friendly skies for Thanksgiving. The TSA says it screened more than 2.7 million passengers on Wednesday. That's roughly 15,000 fewer travelers compared to the Wednesday before Thanksgiving last year. Travelers will need to be prepared on Sunday when more than 3 million passengers are expected to make their journeys home. Today is National Native American Heritage Day. It's a recognition of Native Americans' rich history and many contributions to the United States. There are more than 570 federally recognized Indian nations in the U.S. About 230 of those are in Alaska. The other tribes are located across 35 other states. In your business headlines this morning, if you drive a Hyundai, Santa Fe, or Elantra, you need to listen up. More than 226,000 of the vehicles are being recalled due to an issue with the rear view camera. The recall affects certain 2021 and 2022 models. The automaker says the camera can fail, posing a risk to bystanders while the car is in reverse. Owners will be notified by mail in the beginning in mid-January. They can take their vehicle to a dealer and the cameras will be replaced for free. Today is Black Friday, one of the biggest days in the year for retailers. The National Retail Federation says a record 183 million people are planning to shop in-store and online between Thanksgiving and Cyber Monday this year. Despite the convenience and ease of online shopping, about 2/3 of Black Friday shoppers surveyed plan to shop in stores today. In your health headlines this morning, according to the USDA, when it comes to your Thanksgiving leftovers, how long can you keep eating them? One USDA food safety expert says Thanksgiving leftovers are safe in the refrigerator for up to 4 days. If you freeze them, the leftovers should be eaten within 6 months, but they will need to be reheated to 165 degrees before eating. The 2-hour refrigeration rule applies to side dishes like dressing and green bean casserole as well. An irregular sleep schedule could take a toll on your ticker. According to a new study, people who sleep and get up at noticeably different times are 26% more likely to have cardio-based concerns. Researchers say they took into account various factors, including age and physical activity. They add it appears a regular sleep schedule is more important than the length of time someone should be sleeping. In your sports headlines this morning, the Tennessee State University is the first HBCU, historically black college or university, to launch a Division I men's hockey program. The announcement was first made in June 2023, and the university has now chosen a head coach who will be part of hockey history. What used to be a dream is now a reality for Coach Dante Abercrombie. Abercrombie says representation matters. His first official season as head coach will be during the 2025 to 2026 season. The Seattle Kraken are in Northern California tomorrow to play the San Jose Sharks. Pregame is noon. The puck drops at 12:30. See all the action tomorrow on MeTV. MeTV is one of our digital channels and can be seen using an antenna on broadcast channels 42.2 in the Tri-Cities, 35.2 in Yakima, and 14.2 in Walla Walla. MeTV is also on Spectrum, channel 182. Well, this is quite the week for advocates who want to keep children and teens off social media. 2 new bans seek to curb the dangers it can pose to young people. One restricts beauty filters, and the other is an Australian law outright taking away social media from anyone under 16 years old.
Australia is now the first country in the world to ban users under the age of 16. Its new law will fine companies that don't take, quote, reasonable steps to enforce the restriction.
So passage of the law follows several high-profile youth suicides. The Australian ban comes as TikTok says it's restricting how minors use beauty filters, as we talked about yesterday. A lawsuit from 14 U.S. Attorney Generals alleges they encourage unhealthy comparisons.
A Nintendo mobile game gets an upgrade. Animal Crossing mobile game is getting an upgrade, plus a pair of cozy games are playable now.
So Animal Crossing Pocket Camp Complete is an update of the 2017 campsite sim. There is expected new content with some features no longer available, but players can import save data from previous versions to the updated game, which arrives on Android and iOS devices December 2nd. I have a lot of friends who love Animal Crossing, so I'm sure they'll be excited for that one.
I do too, and they always try to get me to play, but I don't have a Switch, so I never play.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, mobile
game. So now I don't have as good of an excuse.
There you go. Up next on Good Morning Northwest at 6, we're looking at all of the stats heading into the start of the shopping season. How much money will be spent? The estimate is coming up. Plus, Josh, what do you have for us in the next hour?
Yeah, so far the fog has not panned out for most spots, but we do have a freezing fog advisory in place. I'll tell you for who coming up at 6.